So hey guys, this is your match preview for our team, Wolverhampton Wanderers, facing Burnley at Molineux in the Premier League. An absolutely massive match. This one, a real big game indeed. We've got loads coming up. We've got Joe from the Turfcast podcast, a Burnley fan. We're giving his thoughts ahead of the game. Of course, my dad, Magic Moss. My thoughts and score prediction, and loads of pucker stats, because this, as always, is brought to you in association with Pucker Pies, available in all stands at Molineux. So first of all, guys, let's get into some pucker stats on this one. Wolves have won just one of their last 9 Premier League games against Burnley. Not a great record. Drawing 4, losing 4. A 1-0 win was in our last meeting in December 2023. Burnley's first 2 Premier League games against Wolves ended in 2-0 and 2-1 defeats. Since then, they've not conceded more than once in any of their 10 meetings with Wolves. A total of 6 goals conceded. And Wolves are the only team without a Premier League win, as we know, this season, drawing 2 and losing 6. Both of Burnley's Premier League wins this season have come against their fellow newly promoted clubs, beating both Sunderland and Leeds 2-0 at Turf Moor. The Clarets have won just 2 of their last 44 top-flight games against non-newly promoted sides, drawing 10 and losing 32, and have won none of their last 14. Let's hope that continues. Wolves have now gone 25 league matches without a victory in the months of May, August, September and October combined, drawing 6 and losing 19 since a 2-1 win away at Bournemouth back in October 2023. Across the last 2 seasons, they are winless in all 21 games played in these months. That is just a ridiculous stat. In the Premier League this season, Burnley ranked bottom for average possession, successful passes, passing accuracy, shots attempted, touches in the opposing box and expected goals, and have played the highest percentage of their passes long with 17%. In March and April, Wolves won the most points of any Premier League side, 19, winning 6 and drawing 1. But since May, they've won 7 fewer points than any ever-present team. Wolves are the only side in English top-flight history to follow up a 6-game winning run with 12 winless matches. It could only be us. Burnley manager Scott Parker has lost all 3 of his Premier League meetings against Wolves, losing all 3 games by a 1-0 scoreline. And Wolverhampton Wanderers have used just 1 English player in the Premier League this season, goalkeeper Sam Johnson, playing 4 times, the fewest Englishmen to play for a club in the division in 25-26. Only 23.7% of the players Wolves have ever used in the Premier League have been English. The second lowest ratio of any side to feature 100 plus players in the competition, ahead only of Fulham. And there's your pucker stats and facts. Let's go and hear what Joe from the Turfcast podcast has to say ahead of this one, and then my dad, Magic Moss.
Hello everyone, Joe Redman here from Turfcast, just giving my thoughts and opinions ahead of a massive game at Molineux this weekend between Wolves and the Clarets. Obviously, it's a bigger game for you than it is for us. I think at the minute, it's probably a must-win for Wolves, even though it's so early in the season. I was asked by a Leeds fan last week if our game against Leeds was must-win. I said, no game is must-win in October. But then when I look at the fact that you've already lost to Leeds, you've already lost to Sunderland, you haven't won a game all season in the Premier League, your manager's under big pressure, I think it is must-win for Wolves, really. Whereas I think for Burnley, it's just, please don't lose. I think if we can keep the 5-point buffer between you, say we get a draw, for example, then I'll take a 0-0 or a 1-1 right now. But we've had a very tough start to the season in terms of fixtures, but we still managed to come out the other end of it with 7 points. That's 2 wins against Sunderland and Leeds, obviously 2 teams that you've already played and lost against, and a draw against Forest. So I feel like we're in a decent enough position. We're probably about par for where we want to be at the minute. We haven't won a game away from home yet, so it would be nice to sort of like get that monkey off our back if we can do that against you guys. But we are now coming into a set of fixtures. This is including the Leeds game, which we've already had, by the way. But we are coming into a set of fixtures that are a little bit easier, if you will. Not to go boring on your news or cliches. Obviously, there's no easy game in the Premier League. But we've already played Liverpool, we've already played Man City, we've already played Spurs, we've already played Tottenham, we've already played Villa, we've already played Forest. So Forest haven't had a great start to the season, but that's 6 teams that are in the top 7-8 last season. So it's been a tough start, but not including Man United and Spurs. Actually, I forgot about that. They were awful, weren't they? But still, to go to Old Trafford and the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is still very, very difficult places to go, especially for newly promoted sides. But we're coming into a set of fixtures now that are easier, so we're hoping that we can get our first away win. Then we've got Arsenal after that, ignore that one, then it's West Ham. So hopefully if we can get 4 points, potentially even 6 from the 2 games against the teams in and around us, then we'll be in a very, very healthy position. But yeah, looking forward to the game, hoping the Clarets get the win, but I'll take a draw.
So with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Magic Moss, and who's this?
Oh, we'll have
Kingsley.
Oh.
Kingsley.
Kingsley,
okay.
Oh,
Well,
good idea, good name, Kingsley.
Yes, got you out of one there, Dad.
Yeah.
Burnley, Sunday.
Yeah.
How big a game's that?
Well, they're all big games, David.
But how big is this one?
It's massive, eh?
Massive, eh?
For all the bloody Wolves fans and everybody else, yeah.
So what are you thinking, Dad? Score prediction?
Well, I'll let the bloody fans tell me.
No, you've got to tell them.
I'll
By the way, Derek, has he gone to the moon because he don't expect Wolves to win anything?
He's still on his cruise.
Yeah, he knew we weren't going to be winning if he'd gone on a cruise.
He's been seasick.
He's been seasick.
Yeah, he's been seasick.
Has he been watching the games on the telly?
Yeah, he's been seasick, yeah. He's all right now, I think he's all right now. But...
Derek, by the way, if you don't watch regular, he only comes out when we win, so we haven't seen him since April. Dad,
yeah.
Okay, so what's your score prediction? What's your score hope?
Have a guess.
I don't know. Go on.
I think it'll be a draw, 1-1.
1-1. That's how confident Dad is. He's going for
Yeah,
a draw.
well, I hope they win, but I mean,
Give us a song then, Dad, to cheer everyone up.
I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. I believe for everyone who goes astray, someone will come to show the way. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, I believe Wolves are gonna. I'd like the fans to tell me what I believe it's gonna be. What do you reckon, Kingsley? He says 1-1.
He's going with you then, Dad.
Yeah, go with me. Yeah.
The 2-0, and let's hope it's a lucky charm. Dad, love you lots. Always Wolves.
Always Wolves, David. Look after yourself and a peaceful world.
So yeah, thanks to Joe and thanks to my dad, Magic Moss, for their thoughts on this one. Just a couple of things before we get on to my thoughts and score prediction. There's lots of stuff going on in the Manda Centre tomorrow. They got I think the Wych Elm Market. I think the Wolves pop-up stores in there as well. And don't forget, if you can get down to Genting Casino Wolverhampton from 12 midday till 5 hours after kick-off, you get discount on food and drink with your match ticket. And of course, if you buy a main meal, you can get entered into the competition to join us at the West Ham home game or the Liverpool away game with food and drink with you and a friend, that you get entered into that competition, which you join after the Crystal Palace game. And also, don't forget you can also get onto the match bingo. So, on to my thoughts ahead of this game. Well, we haven't won in something like 182 days in the league. 12 games, that's a long time. We lost to Sunderland last time out. We've got Burnley, who had a great win against Leeds last week. Leeds last night beat West Ham. It's a massive game for Wolves and for Vitor Pereira. We have to win the game by any means possible. It's just an absolute must win. It's not even an option, because we need a good performance and we need to win the game. Vitor Pereira said in his press conference that all we need is a win to unlock the door and better things will happen. Well, let's hope that the game against Burnley does unlock that door, because I do fear if things go bad, Molineux's going to go very, very, very bad indeed. But I'm going to be positive. I'm going to go for a win. I'm going to go for a 2-1. I'd be even better if it was a lot more convincing and they scored nothing and we scored 3 or 4. That would be absolutely amazing. It would really get our season lifted off. But we have to win the game. But I'm going for the win. I'm going to go for 2-1. And I hope it's a lot easier and less stressful than that. Anyway, until the next one, leave your thoughts in the comment. If you're brand new, please subscribe, like the video, and of course we'll have loads of content coming up after the game as well. Until the next one then, always Wolves.